Hey all you zealots and zerglings, we got a 3 versus 3 for you today on the Bio Lab. I have spawned as the red Terran here over here in the bottom of the map with Wolfpack, the yellow Zerg, and Dunamai, the blue Zerg, who is overjoyed to see that he is Zerg, because these were random races, and he looks like he's probably the only one happy on this side, although Wolfpack's been doing a lot of random lately. I don't know if he's gotten the hang of Zerg, but hopefully he's getting better. And who are we going to be going up against? Well, we've got Mike as the purple Terran, Spartan as the pink Zerg, and Contrarian, who once again proves that he knows how to hack this game because he has spawned as the green Protoss. So a 3v3 on Biolab. Get some production up there. That's a lot of production tab. I'm actually going to speed this up because they're a little bit, just because, you know, it's the early game and looks like I'm going to be opting for a wall. My allies wanted me to wall in the front. I'm like, you know, dude, if I wall in here, it's not going to stop any early rush. And it takes a lot of buildings. Basically, all I'm doing is I'm letting my production fall in the mid-game when they come at you with ranged units. And plus, you got this back door here, which that's not going to help anybody. So I opted. I just wanted to defend myself. Let them worry about things. I don't know. It looks like Spartan's going to be pushing out here, being the first to expand. And just now throwing down his pool. Nothing wrong with that, though. And Dunamai seems a little bit upset about something. I'm not sure what for. I don't know, but he's going to be throwing down his expansion. No idea what's going on here. And Wolfpack's going to be scouting with... Oh, no, that's a returning scout. He's on our team. And I just got a barracks up right now here. Throwing down a factory. Well, my allies are opting to expand right now, which we saw Dunamai's expansion go down. No one else is expanding yet, though. Mike looks like he's going for some reactored barracks here, so it looks like he's going for a marine push. No orbital yet. I do not like this. I do not like this at all. And getting that warp gate technology out is Contrarian, and throwing down another 2 gates. So we're going to be going on 3 gates. I assume they'll probably expand after this. So it looks like we got a little bit of a harassment going on with the zealot here. It looks like Contrarian's going to be pushed back by my marines, doing quite a bit of damage, but the zealot will survive to slash another day. And here comes some lings, but you know, lings are terrible against zealots. So terrible. But we got the marines out, and they can kite zealots all day long until they get the zealot charged, of course. And throwing down the starport, so going for that 1-1-1 build and getting siege mode. So it looks like I'm going to go in for some sort of a marine tank right now into probably medevacs, I would assume. Looks like I'm going to be preparing an expansion. And looks like Contrarian's going to be doing an expansion of his own. That just leaves Mike, who does not appear to have any expansion on the way, getting down a factory now, and getting concussive shells, so he's going Marine Marauder, so he's not just going for a big marine push. And we kind of have our units kind of scattered all over the place here, just kind of milling about in their own groups. Of course, I'd like to point out my marines are in a nice rank and file formation, because they're professional marines. Let me tell you. And I thought someone was going to take that expansion, but nope, nothing's going on there right now. Contrarian doing some standard stuff right there. And let's see, we still need to tech for Spartan yet. Get an Evo chamber, so we're going to go upgrade those. Oh no, it looks like he's got roaches. Not going the Ling route, he is going the roach route, although I don't see any roaches just yet. And none on the way, so that's interesting. Oh no, he's got some Lings on the way. But he seems to be going on the roach route, so I don't know what's going on there. And I'm going to speed this up a little bit again, just kind of... These Lings looks like they're going to be poking around for expansions. No real expansions to be seen yet. These Stalkers are kind of watching the back door. Make sure everything is all good and ready. I need to get that command center out here so I can start mining the second base. Building up a lot of minerals, though, so I probably need more production. And not more supply. Well, I probably need more supply, too, but I definitely need to get more production facilities up. Definitely delayed on my production facilities. I don't really do the 1-1-1, so I'm not really sure the timings on anything. Not that I'm sure the timings on any Zerg, or any Terran tech, Zerg tech. I don't really know the timings for that either, though, so... Oh, it looks like we're going Hydras here for Dunamai. And throwing up... Oh, no, that's... I thought those were the same kind of building, but no, this is a hatchery, this is a Hydralisk den. So he's probably going Roach Hydra. He does have these Lings poking around, though, and they're always pretty good for scouting. And what is Wolfpack up to? Going for a Spire after getting the Roach Warren. Does he have any roaches out here? And got a couple, but not really. So it looks like maybe he's going Mutiling now. Then we're getting the range upgrade here for Dunamai, who must be going Roach, or must be going Hydroling, because he's getting +1 melee attack. And it looks like Contrarian's poking around for expansions himself, getting that +1 upgrade for his ground army. Finally getting an expansion down here for Mike, almost completing that. No one taking these side expansions. These are almost good ones to take early, because some people don't always scout there early. And you could get a lot of mining done until the late game when everyone has such huge armies. You get out of position and your expansion's dead. Get some siege tanks here on the watchtower. Kind of watching this little area right here. Got my expansion up and running. Probably could use another gas. I'm really falling behind on the gas. Did finally get some more production facilities up. They must have just finished because they're not doing anything. Or I'm just bad. We'll go with that. I'm just terrible. Mike with a little Marine Marauder ball, some medevacs out there. He needs to get this into an orbital as well, because he definitely needs some minerals. We're going to speed this up again. We still got poking around here for Contrarian. Trying to watch for those expansions. It looked like Wolfpack was about to take that expansion, but that is not going to happen. And here's some links here for Dunamai. I don't know if they can take on those stalkers, but it doesn't look like they're going to be moving to intercept either. Spartan's got a link here spotting this expansion, while Dunamai's got an overlord here spotting this one, but not for much longer. So Spartan going heavy ling despite the presence of the Roach Warren. I guess this is just an insurance policy. He's getting double upgrades, level 2, not bad there. So this could be an insurance buy. Oh, and he's going for the Ultra Den. And I guess, oh, guys, we're spotting this little force here moving out. Looks like they're coming this way. I don't know if it'd be a good idea for them to try to come here alone. And they're getting in range of the siege tanks now, taking a lot of damage. I don't know if it's a good idea for them to come in here on their own, though. Siege tanks are doing a ton of damage, and then we're just going to push them back. That was not a good push for them. And some of them will escape, though. Siege tanks surviving just fine. Just fine. So a bit foolish of Mike to poke out there all on his own. Still not getting that orbital. I don't know about that. And a ton of lings for Spartan. And just so many lings. And getting Burrow up. And get some spores off. He's obviously afraid of some air harass because apparently he's watched these games before. Not necessarily this one specifically, just our games in general. Getting that chitinous plating and getting the 3/3 upgrades and the adrenal grunts. He's going to have a sick melee ground army just because 3/3 cracklings and 6/3 ultra nightmares is just ridiculous. Well, we're starting to get a lot of busy screen here. I'm going to get rid of the production tab right now. It's getting awful busy right now. Looks like Wolfpack's going to be poking around with those Mutilis, and Dunamai's poking around with those lings. Looks like they caught something there out of position. Contrarian going to be taking up this gold right now. Sending his units over there just to defend it. We don't have anyone scouting here, although we do have Dunamai taking this base and Wolfpack taking that base. I don't currently have a third base, which could be detrimental to my gameplay. It's been a very tenuous. A few poke outs, a few units getting caught out of position, but no major battles just yet. And I am getting a command center here. This is not to take an expansion over there, which there doesn't appear to be any to take, although we don't know about the gold yet. Oh, but we have an attack here with all these stalkers, and there's nothing here to defend, so this hatchery's got no chance of survival. This one might have a chance, or is he going to decide to cancel it? And Contrarian sending in a lot of forces here. There's a lot of lings, but this is all Zealot army, and these lings will get absolutely decimated if they try this. So perhaps throwing away a lot of lings here. And actually, I think I was throwing down that scam because I was afraid there were DTs in there. Unfortunately, Zealot attacks sounds an awful lot like DT attacks, and so I just kept scanning where I thought there was stuff. And Spartan coming in with a huge wave of Zerglings, a bit overkill because everything's dead. And these expansions are not going to go up. And getting out the Ultras. But actually, I believe I spotted the Ultras fairly early on because I threw down a couple of tech labs. And I was trying to get a lot of Marauders. Do I have a lot? Yeah, I do have a lot of Marauders out because I scanned that Ultralisk Den a long time ago. And I'm like, oh, we better be ready for this. Will it be enough? Marauders pretty good against sniping Ultras, just 'cause Marauders just do so much damage, but these Ultralisks are at 5 armor right now. I'm sure that 3-3 is going to be done here in not that much time. 5 more Ultralisks on the way. So is that going to be the damage dealing that we aren't going to be able to take on, or will my Marauder forces be enough to completely obliterate it? And these things are going to poke around here, maybe seeing if they wanted to take this for their own expansion, but that's not going to be the case. At least not yet. And Spartan's going to be defending this expansion here, which is not mining right now. Oh, this could be a bad engagement for those Lings. Ultras are pretty good at taking out Lings, even if they do have... Yeah, we know... Oh, well, yeah, we know about the Ultras. I forgot, Dunamai's computer doesn't necessarily pick up the voice chat, so he probably didn't hear me when I announced Ultras. Sorry, Dunamai. My bad. It looks like Spartan's going to be taking this. A little ballsy sending this little drone out here all by itself. These mutas might be able to spot it. Oh, they're just going to miss it, but they could do a lot of damage to this force. Oh, he's going to try to focus down the Ultralisk, but doing a pretty good job of it, considering how much armor those Ultralisks have. You gotta watch out for these Stalkers of Contrarian. They do have blink. They can blink over here and do a lot of damage, but no, they're gonna try to dance around and catch these catch these mutas. But meanwhile, Spartan's losing some Ultralisks, and that's a unit you really can't afford to lose unless you're about to win the game. It looks like I was preparing Command Center to go take this expansion. Doesn't look like that's gonna happen anytime soon. It looks like wolfpack might be making another attempt at taking this expansion. A lot of drones here for Dunamai. Did he have a base here get sniped? That might be the case. It's an odd place to have a bunch of drones just sitting around. And these mulas are still being a pain to Spartan's army, and these Stalkers have not really gotten a good engagement on them yet. But they got to be careful. They've got to be very careful. They don't want to overstay their welcome. And he's not going to blink forward. Oh, careful. A quick blink forward could do a lot of damage to those mulas, but he's going to get out of there. What kind of upgrades he got on those mulas? +2 damage. Oh, and he's going to snipe a sentry. That'll be helpful. Oh, but careful. The Stalkers are there. Contrarian had just blinked. It could have been all over for those Mutalisks. Looks like we had another attempt to take an expansion. Whoa, whoa. Looks like we've already... Dunamai is going to be double expanding. Thanks a lot, Dunamai. I don't need any more bases. I'll just sit on my 2 base and be just fine. I do have a lot of Marauders. 2-1 on those Marauders. A lot of tanks. No upgrades on those tanks, though. Definitely need to get some upgrades on theirs. And these Lings are going in here just to die. This is not a good idea. He had an idea of the kind of forces that were here. There's no way a small Ling force is going to be able to take it out. And what are those Ultralisks killing? I did not see anything there. Oh, but the Mutos are going to come in here. They're going to force... I don't know if they forced the cancel or if they were able to snipe that. But the Mulos are definitely being a pest. Wolfpack having some pretty good Mulos control, although Contrarian with a couple of solid blinks could have completely obliterated that. And it looks like I've finally been spurred into action, and there's my planetary defending that ramp pretty well, plus with the tanks here, it'll be really hard to push that. Looks like we're going to be pushing out here to Contrarian's base. A lot of photon cannons there. Marauders, though, pretty good against photon cannons, because they do so much damage to armored. And I believe there's a stim there. I wasn't paying attention, but gonna look at those photon cannons melt. But a lot of Lings here. Lings pretty good against the Marauders, especially with 3-3 cracklings. Oh, those are Dunamai's Hydralisks, which hopefully can help thin out these Lings, because I'm losing a lot of forces. It might have been a good idea for me to just lift up in these medevacs. There's no anti-air here currently, except now Contrarian's got us pinchered. Just pinchering from all sides. Everyone's just sandwiching in here in a huge battle. I still have some units alive. There's 2 Ultralisks left. Do we have enough Marauders? There's a lot of Marauders there. Why are they? They must be shooting at Lings, but there's only 1 Ultralisk left now. So the Ultralisks are dead for now. Oh, we got battle cruisers for Mike and Bant. Mike's just sitting back, going for the Air Force. Not a very big Air Force, not even an upgraded Air Force, but definitely going to be enough to decimate this. I got to get the rest of my forces out of there if I can. I should have lifted up and gotten out of there a long time ago. Losing too many units, it's going to be impossible to rebuild in any amount of time. And here we got it. Looks like we got a counterattack here from Spartan, but these siege tanks are just completely raining havoc on those Ultralisks. Perhaps not the best angle of attack, because he's taken a lot of damage from those siege tanks, which finally do have the +1 attack, which means they're doing 55 damage to the, well, 55 damage -6 to these Ultralisks. So 49 damage. But still, that eventually adds up, and Hydralisk can shoot pretty fast, can probably do pretty good damage against these Ultralisks. Well, 12 damage minus 6, I guess they're only doing 6 damage because they shoot so fast. Oh, it looks like we did have a counterattack here. I didn't see what happened, but I don't want to lose this planetary. I realized, though, I built this missile turret a little too close, and anytime I sent my SCVs over there to repair, they were hitting this side when the attackers were hitting this side, so they could hit my SCVs and they were getting splash damage from the siege tank. So a little careless position on that missile turret. Something over here might have been better, and then I could get my SCVs behind there and not, you know, dying. Wolfpack still being pesky with those Mutilisks, looks like, poking around, trying to stop Mike from taking an expansion, which he's going to need if he's going for Viking Banshee battlecruiser. Definitely an expensive build right there. But it looks like Dunamai thinks we're in a bit of trouble right now. And we kind of check what kind of income's going on. Everyone's still kind of got the same kind of income. Losses are pretty heavy for our opponents, except for Mike, who hasn't been in all that many engagements. The question is, who's being more cost effective? Oh, and a bunch of Archons. Those Mules have got to get out there. Archon's so good, especially with a +2 attack. Got to get out of there. Oh, we're getting +3 though for those Mules. Do they have any armor? Right now, oh, he's got to run those Mules out of there. Taking wait. Finally, his Mules control is get him out of there. You can't just run him a couple feet and hope that they give up on you. You gotta keep an eye on those. And now the Wolfpack's gonna lose expansion. Dunamai gonna try to spine it up, but that's gonna be too late to stop this force. And throwing his Mules away, I think at this point, I don't think this is a good engagement for these Mules. Just throwing the rest of them away. Unless he's trying to free up supply, which does not look to be the case. But a bunch of roaches here. Pretty good against this force, except for the Banshees and the battlecruisers. That's going to be a bit of a problem. Looks like I'm trying to push out some Vikings to take care of that, but am I going to be able to do it? I'm on 1 starport right now, and that's a lot of battlecruisers, but no upgrades. Is he researching any upgrades? No, he's just making pure battlecruiser right now. And you've got to get those roaches out of there. They don't have burrows, so just got to get them out of there. And here come the Vikings finally. I got to be careful. I have to micro these perfectly. Oh, but here's some Hydras. That'll definitely help out right now. There's a little bit of a Marine force, but I was still going heavily into Marauders to counter those Ultras. But the battlecruisers are going down. This is an expensive loss for Mike, who I'm assuming the units loss tab is going to be quickly catching up to everybody else. Yes, he is. Oh, the Banshees are now cloaked. We're going to need a scan here. Dunamai's calling for the scan. Where's the scan? Oh, the scan is not in... Well, I guess the scan was close enough. And it looks like Contrarian may have gotten a little ahead of himself trying to get... Oh, where are my units going? Take out those stalkers. Nope, nope, they're gonna get out of there. Oh, nope, the Hydra's gonna try to catch them. Oh, and those tanks are gonna take out the stalkers. 1 stalker is gonna survive though. And if we check the army sizes right now, our opponents have 130 plus 160, so it's about 300 to 200. So we are definitely way behind in the unit counts right now. So it looks like it's going to be pretty bad for us. Although they've had these expansions down here, we've had an impossible time trying to keep a 3rd base up, and that is going to hurt us greatly. Yeah, a quickly scan down there is going to reveal that Contrarian does have this base secured. Spartan, oh, adding some Mutilisks to the army and using some time to upgrade them. It's going to have quite a scary force right here. He's got this expansion. Looks like this gold is about to get reestablished. Contrarian's going to, or Wolfpack's going to try to take this one. And Mike's going to be trying to retaking this expansion. Looks like Dunamai, I think, sees the writing on the wall. It doesn't think we've got this in the bag, and it's starting to look like that right now. I don't know. They just seem to have a unit composition that's going to do, I mean, Spartan's just got a crazy upgrades on his armies, can do a lot of damage to us. I have no, I mean, I don't think I have any income anymore. Oh, it looks like Dunamai's out of money. I'm running low on the income. Yeah, we just don't have any money anymore. We're behind in army. It's looking pretty bad. And these corruptors aren't really going to do anything to this right now. And this is maybe not a wise engagement for the Mules. +3 attack is good, but there's not enough of them to make this worth it. But the corruptors could do a lot to this army. I mean, +3 on the corruptors, 26 damage to massive. Here comes some Hydralisks here for Dunamai, but we need something to take out those battlecruisers. Where are the corruptors? And it looks like I'm sending my small forces. I just don't have the income to build build any units anymore, and these Corruptors could be helping us. The Hydralisks are just burning down. And here come the Corruptors finally, a little bit late, I'm thinking. But they will be able to take the battle cruisers out. Sending my Vikings over, they're going to be late as well. And I even advanced my siege tanks because we hadn't been hit here for a while, so I'm like, we definitely need to defend those expansions. We need expansions desperately. That is the only way we're going to be able to get ourselves back into this game. Because as you can see, I mean, Dunamai has no income right now. He's not even having a base going up. And I am probably, yeah, I'm just about mined out here. Dunamai's got this gold. That's about all he's got right now. Or Wolfpack's got the gold. Dunamai's going to try taking this base, but it's just not looking good right now. A lot more activity going on up here. And it looks like Contrarian switching to the High Templar, or is he just... No, he's just getting a bunch of Archons out, which will do great against the Zerg forces. Those... I don't know if they're as good against the Hydras. If they can get in the Hydra's faces, they'll obviously be good. But against Lings and Mulisks, the Archons will do great. And here come my siege tanks coming here to help defend these expansions, because these are critical. We need these or we are dead. So I'm pulling all my forces over there to take care of this. Oh, and we got a Nidus Worm, and I did spot it, but at this point, I've got SCVs at my base, and that's it. I just did not have enough to go here and take this out quickly enough. Maybe if I'd been able to get my SCVs over there before it popped, I could have done enough damage, but now here come all Spartan's forces, and I've just got nothing over here. And I really don't have the money to produce much of anything either. So I'm just going to have built up my buildings, but now with the Hydralisks mixed in there and +2, it's just like I'm going to be starting to lose everything. And oh yeah, I didn't even need to notice the Hydralisks coming through, so I thought lift up my buildings I'd be fine, but no, he's going to start focusing down that orbital. Meanwhile, Contrarian pushing with a 3-2-3 Zealot Archon army, which will probably be really good against these roaches that only have +2 attack, and it looks like he's trying to send the roaches back to help my base, but it's not gonna. I don't think it's gonna be enough. And you know, these Lings aren't gonna be enough either. This is gonna be it for my base. I'm done. I'm toast. Contrarian's pushing the front door. We just have nothing left. It was a war of attrition, and they won. They were able to keep up their expansions. Had big armies, great upgrades. We just didn't have the economy to keep up. So that is going to do it for this 3v3. Eventually my barracks were all just, you know, kind of lumping around here. I was just so upset that I pulled all my armies back to defend those expansions, and then they hit our mains. But that's sometimes the way it works. So sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. But I hope you enjoyed this game. And have a day.